It will be a huge war this time. Because on one side, on one hand, there would be all of the enemies of Allah. And on the other hand, there will be only one small country that we know as Pakistan. Allahu, 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 Allah. And you already know by now that I'm talking about Pakistan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing this piece of land that came into being in the name of Allah. Its name is the land of pure. Pakistan, the land of pure. And what's the meaning? What's the meaning defined by the campaigners and the movement? The meaning of Pakistan is La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. So this is the land that came into being on the purpose of establishment of Islamic government. So these are the people within whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will or has made Imam Mahdi appear. And what will happen now, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide this nation through that person, through his true dreams, and a system on the lines of presidential system would be established in this land of Pakistan. That's the next step. That's the next step. And after that Islamic government is established in Pakistan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will start showering His mercy on the people and the land. And on the other hand, as we already see what's happening in Middle East, it's going to get worse. We already have lost Libya. We don't have Syria. We have lost Iraq. We have lost Yemen. Whose government is in Egypt? We don't have Lebanon too. So what's left? Just UAE, Saudi Arabia, maybe a few more, but not much. Turkey. What's going to happen is that after the establishment of presidential system or the Islamic government in this part of the world, this part of the world would start to progress. They are under a lot of debt right now, but their debt will be paid off by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There won't be any debt, and there is no doubt in that. This part of the land, this part of the world would start to progress, and the enemy on the other side, just like they are doing right now in Syria, they would start or expand their expeditions, and they would start to destabilize other Arab countries just like they did in Libya, Iraq, Sham, Yemen. However the means they would find, they would destabilize the rest of Arab countries. And Muslims will start losing UAE and Saudi Arabia too. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from the fitna that's coming. So the people of Middle East and the other parts of the world will have no choice but to migrate to other parts of the world. Many are already choosing from Syria and other parts of the world to go to Europe and United States. But then a lot of good people who only prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whose God is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who believe in oneness of Allah, will choose not to prostrate to those so-called powers of earth. They will choose to go to the land where Imam Mahdi would have already made his debut. So they would come to the land of East, the land of Pakistan. And Pakistan's population would increase by many folds. And all of the big minds, all of the creative minds, the blessed ones would be coming to Pakistan, and Pakistan would be progressing by folds. And on the other hand, Muslims would be losing other parts of their lands. And after taking over most of the Middle East, and after taking over probably Turkey too, and most certainly, according to Hadith, we would lose Turkey, Constantinople. So after destabilizing or taking over most of the Middle East, they would be really jealous. They would be really envious of Pakistan still being the only Muslim country and being more stable and progress than before. So India, our arch enemy, would come attacking and try to swallow Pakistan. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give Pakistan a special technology. The technology that is unseen before. And that will be, apart from other things, in the form of black jet fighters. Those black jet fighters would be a technology that the world has never seen before. And those won't be 100 in count. They won't be 500 either. They won't be 1,000 either. They won't be 1,500 either. They will be at least 3,000 in number. And those jet fighters, according to the prophecies of the people I'm talking about, the ones who have seen it, and I'm not talking about one specific person, more than one people I personally know have seen these black jet fighters through the portal I just talked about, through the key I just talked about. They have been to future through the portal I just explained. So they explain these black jet fighters as something the world has never seen yet. These are the black jet fighters. When they take flight, they scare the enemy. They put a sense of fright. They put a huge impact on the enemy. The enemy is scared because of them. That's something different, undefinable according to the people who have seen it. So when India will come attacking Pakistan in an attempt to swallow Pakistan, Pakistan would retaliate through these 3,000 black jet fighters. And Pakistan won't stop this time. They not only would retaliate, they would not only resist, they would not only secure their own country, now they would go attacking, now they would go to conquer the land that was snatched from them. So Kashmir, that's the biggest dispute among these two countries. And one of the biggest disputes in the world right now would be freed from the occupation of India. Pakistan would take over Kashmir from India, and Pakistan would start progressing even more. And that won't be after a huge battle. No. When these 3,000 black jet fighters would take flight, the enemy would be scared. The enemy would have no power. The enemy would have no courage. And they would back off. And Kashmir would be released, would be freed without a war. They would come attacking, Pakistan would retaliate and take over all Kashmir. There won't be maybe a small battle, but not a war. So after that, Pakistan would progress by leaps and bounds. And Middle East and other parts of the world would be destroyed, almost finished. And when this will happen after some time, India would find no other way to deal with Pakistan. But India would ask for help from international so-called powers, the United States, the NATO, Russia, whatever powers are there in the world. They would join hands with India, and a huge war would be imposed on Pakistan. And unlike and totally opposite to their expectations, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy would be on the people of East, on the people from the land that comes before Khorasan, min qabl al-Khorasan. It will be a huge war this time, because on one side, on one hand, there would be all of the enemies of Allah, and on the other hand, there will be only one small country that we know as Pakistan. Pakistan would be joined by Indonesia and Malaysia, and other, maybe Bangladesh and other countries of Far East, the Muslim countries of Far East. And they would fight this war in Allah's name, in their own self-defense.